What is going on, friends? If you're a subscriber to this channel, and I hope you are, you've probably already heard that Toyota finally released the details of the long-awaited and long-teased miniature FJ Land Cruiser. I believe they're actually going to call this the Land Cruiser FJ, and I think it's going to become available in international markets sometime in the 2026 calendar year. What I've seen in the promotional material so far is a lot of shots of the interior and the body styling, but I frankly am more interested in what's between the frame rails and below the body. That's what I want to do a deep dive on in this video, based on the limited information we've been given by Toyota. Thankfully, Toyota did confirm that this will be a body-on-frame vehicle, and you can start to see some of that frame here in this screenshot I grabbed from a different press junket video. What we have here is a 5-link with 2 upper control arms, 2 lower control arms, and a panhard bar that attaches what I'm assuming is Toyota's venerable 8-inch rear differential and axle to the frame of the Land Cruiser. You can see it is coil sprung, and where it gets kind of interesting is the lower coil seats are actually part of the lower control arm, or in this case something of a rear trailing arm setup. This seems like a pretty clever setup for limited space between the frame rails, but it could also complicate aftermarket part development, specifically those trailing arms. It's difficult to find any information about the front suspension. You can see here that it appears to be just a typical double A-arm setup. I will say that it looks like there's going to be some factory rock sliders that attach to the frame and not the body, which is a nice touch. Now, some have already pointed out online that the Land Cruiser FJ's frame and suspension appear to be identical to the Toyota Fortuner. The Fortuner is a body-on-frame SUV sold in certain global markets that also utilizes a solid rear axle with a 5-link suspension and a double A-arm suspension up front. And per the ARB Locker International Application Guide, the latest generation of the Fortuner runs an 8.9-inch ring gear in the back, as well as the standard Toyota 8-inch front clamshell differential in the front. If all of this is true, I think the Land Cruiser FJ is going to live up to that Land Cruiser moniker. It's got a reliable power plant built on a solid frame, and given that it's a 4-cylinder, I think the drivetrain, i.e. the front and rear axles, are a little bit overbuilt for this application, which is pretty cool. So I'm curious what you all think. If Toyota actually brought this Land Cruiser FJ to the States and you could buy a Jeep Renegade sized vehicle that has an actual body on frame, 101-inch wheelbase, and a seemingly reliable drivetrain, would you buy it? I'm kind of on the fence myself, although I don't think any of us will ever have to worry about it. Toyota hasn't really given any sort of indication that they actually plan to bring it to the States. They've hinted that it might come to South America. As always, thanks for watching Trash Panda Garage, and until the next time, get out there, build something.